Welcome to the Safely Controlled Podcast, a show where we think we know what we're talking about, but we're still deeply confused.
That's right, those mysterious, spooky, and sometimes downright ridiculous anomalies that the SCP Foundation works so hard to keep under control.
How do they control them? Why do they control them? Honestly, we're still figuring that out. But hey, we got dice, and that's all we need to choose which SCP we're probably going to mispronounce today.
From homicidal rubber ducks to existentially horrifying vending machines, we're here to explain them to you. Mostly.
So buckle up and suspend your disbelief, and prepare to be entertained by two people pretending they know what's going on.
All right.
How was your Easter holiday? Easter just passed for us.
Yeah, Easter was yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah. And it was nice. We had a nice time with the family. Had my cousins came up from the other panhandle of West Virginia, brought their dog. They have a really cool 2-year-old greyhound, 80-pound, 90-pound dog. Thing is great.
Like a little racing dog.
She's a big racing dog. I never realized how big greyhounds were. I don't know, like when you go to the track, because I've been to the dog track, but I've never been closer than the
I feel
the
like
stands.
That's a New York thing that you would have grown up on the dog track.
What, Aqueduct Racetrack? Yes, yeah, but nonetheless. Anyway, that was a horse track. But, yeah, that seems like something I'd have done. But anyway, the dog came over. Great dog. Sweetheart dog. And I'm not a dog person, but I love this dog. It was cool.
The dog was in your house?
The dog, yeah, the cats hid. Oh, my God.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As soon as Tessie saw it, like, her eyes got huge and just took off. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, and the other ones, they were just hiding just because there was a bunch of people in the house they're not familiar with, let alone the dog. But, yeah, it was a nice time.
Everything was just split evenly between, well, I mean, Easter was literally, I think, less than 50% of my weekend.
And what was the other?
Well, the other was Wrestlemania.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was all weekend.
What's his name won? Cena won?
Cena won.
Yeah.
Like, you had SmackDown Friday, and then you had later in the evening on Saturday, or on Friday was the Hall of Fame. Saturday was night 1. Sunday night 2, and then you just had we had Raw last night as well.
So it was just a WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm good on wrestling.
Are you
now.
tapped out?
Ooh.
Are you hitting the?
I'm Gunther.
I don't know what that means.
Gunther's a guy he tapped out over the weekend.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It was bad.
Okay.
There was a couple of matches that happened throughout the weekend that were like suspect, and that was one of them.
Did it make you clutch your pearls?
No, like it was bad.
Oh.
Like the show,
it wasn't written right. I mean,
I
hate to say
it wasn't performed right.
Okay, yeah, but I hate saying stuff like that to you because I
no,
don't want you to think that I'm mocking it. I'm not mocking
I know what
it.
you're saying.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
No, like the match could have been better. Like certain matches could have been better. The show itself could have been better. Mania last year was way better
really
than this year.
Even
though you got a couple of things going on, there was the John Cena breaking the record. Like he now has the most championships of all time.
Oh, really?
Most world championships of all time in all of wrestling. Beat Ric Flair.
Oh, so and Ric Flair is retired.
Yeah.
So he'll never recover that.
No, but somebody else was really close. I think the closest person is Randy Orton, who is now like going to fight with John Cena and might actually just get like one more. I think he has 14. He'll get 15. Whatever. Like there's a lot of ways that they can go with this. I mean,
depending on the way it's performed.
When you have a brick shithouse person like Gunther, who is who held on to the heavyweight title there for a very long time. He's supposed to be like an indestructible type character, but no, like that's why everybody knew that Jey Uso, who won the championship, he was getting the push, is what it's called. Like you get pushed into the spotlight.
Okay.
You're pushed because now it's your time to shine.
Right.
So Jay's been getting a push for like the past like year and a half, and it's now like we were waiting for this to happen. We knew it was going to happen, but the match was like sometimes a title match like that, especially when it's your first one, you want a good match. Like you don't want this dude, like he wrapped him up. Jey Uso is probably like a foot shorter and probably weighs 100 pounds less than him. And he chokes him out and he tapped immediately. And it was not a good one.
It wasn't fulfilling.
No. It should have been like a 45 minute, like drag it out a little bit longer than what it was. And it was the first match of the night.
Oh.
That's terrible.
And that didn't set the mood? Like, did
Oh,
that
his entrance, him coming out was one thing, but, like, because he has a big entrance, Jey Uso has a fucking massive entrance. It gets a fucking crowd hype, so that makes sense on why he was the first person to show up.
Okay.
Get everybody fucking riled up. Makes sense.
Okay.
But other than that, the match just sucked to begin with. Like, it was a championship match. He's the Royal Rumble winner. First fucking match of all of the Mania. And it was just bad taste in my mouth. I don't know.
Cool. Well, it's cool that you like had your whole like big old wrestling fest.
Oh, yeah, and the whole fucking family was here, too.
Oh, well, that's great.
Like, I didn't necessarily think that my parents would want to watch it. They have in the past, but like more along the lines that I was forcing them to.
Yeah, well, that and they probably, everyone's here. Might as well hang out.
Saturday night we were here, and then Sunday we went to my brother's.
Nice.
And then webcam.
Ah.
You want to hear my fucking webcam story?
I'd love to hear your webcam
story.
So
I texted you the other day.
Yeah, you asked me if I had a spare one. I have an old 360 one somewhere, if I still
nice
have it.
Webcam that. So my brother I texted my brother and see if he had one. He didn't know. So when I go over Sunday, he did have this for me.
Okay.
So I came here and I plugged it in just to see what the fuck was going on with this here camera. And then I saw that. So I was like, oh, okay.
Where's the lens?
In the computer.
Oh, no shit. In the laptop. Yeah, the front cam.
Yeah, the computer has a camera.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I didn't think about it myself. So you don't even need that USB one because you could do that.
All.
Well, what's the webcam for? You never said what it was for.
Oh, I'm doing another
Zoom?
podcast, another video podcast with Tim.
Oh, and you needed a camera here, so when he comes here,
the video footage. I was going to do it on my phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if I can find a camera.
Well, you know what? I hear a lot of like people are filming a lot of like serious shit with iPhones. Like it's a huge.
Well, they have great cameras. They for sure.
I've
do.
heard.
This one doesn't.
What? That's a 12? And what is it up to? 16?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad camera, but anytime I ever like had to do a video call or anything, I just always use my phone.
I feel like cameras on my phone is such a waste because I rarely record anything, and I never think to record anything. I take pictures here and there.
I'm not a big picture taker at all.
Yeah, I mean, if my cat...
I'll go on vacation for 7 days and take like 3 pictures.
See, I'll do that on vacations because it's like I don't want to forget this, and I end up forgetting it anyway.
Even at my wedding, I personally took like 4 pictures on my phone.
You had a photographer.
Well, yeah. Oh, you want to hear? It gets fucking worse.
Why?
I still don't have my SD cards.
From back then?
From my wedding reception.
From summer. August. Yeah.
My SD cards.
Why?
Got lost in the mail.
No. I am so sorry.
I'm so fucking mad, dude.
I'm so sorry.
Because not only it's like, I have pictures that we have the pictures that we have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But obviously we paid for those.
Right.
And I apparently can't, I'm not allowed to get mad at the photographer for,
I mean, unless
she sent them. But I can also get mad at the postman, especially around here in this fucking neighborhood, who still can't tell like which apartment is which and can't deliver the mail to the right fucking slot and shit like that.
It's a hard job.
Okay. I mean, my grandfather was a mailman too, but it's just, they said they delivered those and they were supposed to like hand deliver them, knock on the door and get a signature or whatever.
Well, that's something that the person that sends them would arrange.
Okay. So Anna was home all day.
Yeah.
No knock on the door, no fucking doorbell ring.
No tag.
Nothing. The only thing that they left was, sorry, but you were missed. And it wasn't on our door, it was in our mailbox. So they didn't come to the door.
No, they didn't even come to the door.
They didn't come to the door, or they didn't ring the doorbell. They stuff it in the mailbox because I'm assuming they either knocked on their door and they weren't home, or they just didn't know what door to knock on, so they said screw it and then just left.
Well,
plus, like their mailbox, like you have to come up the porch and turn the corner, and then you'll see their box. So theirs is a little hidden. Yeah. So everything always just goes in ours anyway.
Well, we had someone that like missed us. Like I was outside in the backyard or something. I didn't hear the postman, so he left a thing. So I waited the next day for the guy, and he shows up the next day. I'm like, hey, I missed you yesterday. I'm like, can I have my thing today? He's like, no, we don't do that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that? He's like, we make one attempt and then it's at the post office. I'm like, well, why would you not bring it the next day? I'm right here. Well, they only make one attempt.
And when she sent those, I want to say she either sent them. We were obviously, like I said, we were home, but I don't know how long they stayed at the post office or how long they keep them at that post office.
Yeah, I don't know.
But for whatever reason, they're not at my post office. Why would they?
Where are they?
We that's the shitty problem.
Well, what does the tracking number say?
I don't know. I guess Anna would have all that information.
Yeah,
I'm
just
pretty
tell
sure
her to go to the USPS website.
Even the photographer probably knows. I think that's a good point. We probably can go get them somewhere, but
they have to be somewhere.
They have to be in a post office somewhere,
especially
wherever she lives and where we live.
But if the photographer sent them, so you had to sign for them, and they missed it, they have to be somewhere.
You would have just thought they'd been returned to sender by now,
right? And then
she would have resent.
She would have said, "Hey, I got your stuff. Do you want to come grab them, or do you want me to send them to you?
Yeah.
Or if I'm in the neighborhood, I can drop them off."
But I think Anna I don't know if she spoke to her or whatever. Anna assumed that she never even got them back, which, it's just a mess.
That is so funny. Your laptop has.
Yeah, we'll go back.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, yeah, dude. I can't wait to tell Tim. He's going to make so much fucking fun out of me.
Well, it is really low resolution, though.
I don't care.
I mean, you don't care.
Yeah, it's like.
But I mean, if you've got your brother's one, it might record a little bit better.
The same.
The same resolution? Did you check?
Yep.
Okay.
They're kind of the same.
Never mind then. Well, there you go.
Right. Yeah, sure. That's good coffee talk.
Yeah, good coffee talk. Yeah.
Everything looked good for you? We rearranged everything a little bit?
Oh, yeah. The room is all decked out. Now,
it's not decked. Shut the fuck you.
Kind of decked out. I mean, it's decked out to record. We face each other now, kind of. Is what 10?
The dice. That's
10? That's a D10, yeah. 2 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. What the hell are we rolling here? Oh, I know what we're rolling for.
1358.
1358.
So, just based off the title, Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Are we gonna say?
So you're just guessing?
No, seriously, make a guess real quick. Is it just like the actual Northern Lights? What is it? The Aurora Borealis, whatever the fuck it's called?
And then in the south, it's called the Aurora something else.
Is it that actual phenomena? Is that an SCP that they can't contain, or is it something else that's going on that we haven't read about? Obviously, there's more to it.
I think there's more to it. I think it's like maybe alive, or it has a soul, or some dumb shit like that. I don't, not dumb shit, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Special containment procedures. The perimeter of SCP-1358 is to be fenced off and patrolled from 1930 to 0730 by guards dressed in local police uniforms who are to rotate every 3.5 hours. Any sign of wear is to be repaired immediately. Unauthorized personnel are to be informed that the area is restricted and ordered to leave. Those reluctant to do so are to be detained for questioning. In the event that SCP-1358 is entered for any reason, personnel are to carry omnidirectional flashlights. Instances of SCP-1358-1 that stray within 5 meters of the perimeter are to be exposed to floodlights until retreat or disappearance. That's it. They're alive. Mm-hmm. It's got to be like live beams.
Yeah, something's going on.
All right.
And I caught a word ahead.
Okay. Description. SCP-1358 is an area of land blank square kilometers located in blank Canada. It is heavily forested, experiences snowfall so much percentage of the year. For the majority of the day, SCP-1358 lacks any anomalous properties. From 1930 to 0730, SCP-1358 becomes inhabited by entities henceforth referred to as SCP-1358-1. SCP-1358-1 appear to be animated, illuminated outlines of humanoid figures. They display signs of intelligence, occasionally performing coordinated and complex movements. However, instances of SCP-1358-1 usually appear to wander aimlessly throughout the area of SCP-1358. All attempts to communicate with SCP-1358-1 have been met with hostility and have otherwise been deemed a failure. No further attempts to communicate are planned at this time.
So they're just little feral little monsters.
Well, they're humanoid,
but I mean,
they're outlines, illuminated outlines. They're probably the same color as the which actually, in my mind's eye, that seems pretty cool.
Glowing people.
Glowing people that are all pissed off.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Because they can't.
Why hostile? Why so hostile?
Any attempts to communicate have been met with hostility. So you try
why?
to talk to them. Why?
Yeah,
because
why?
maybe they can't communicate with us and they're frustrated.
They're trespassing.
How do we know who's trespassing? Maybe that's their land. Maybe they were there before us.
You would think that you're trying to meet somebody in Canada, they wouldn't be so hostile.
Oh, you think they're like the typical Canadians?
I mean, especially if this is happening, like that'd be really funny.
They keep saying O and an A.
No, they say O and A.
O and A.
Oh, we're gonna come down from the northern lights and we're gonna take over your land, eh?
Yep.
Come near me and I'll fucking hit you up against the head with this hockey puck.
At 0630, all entities freeze in place. As the sun rises, the illumination of the entities appears to wane, the outlines blurring until SCP-1358-1 resemble solid masses of dim light. By 0730, all instances of SCP-1358-1 have faded completely. This effect can also be replicated with artificial light, although to a lesser degree, and will usually provoke the entity to retreat before disappearance.
So if you hit them with a flashlight, they get scared.
Yeah, well, it makes them go away, just like it makes the northern lights go away when the sun comes up, I guess. Subjects who come in contact with SCP-1358-1 involuntary tense up. I would say so. Effectively paralyzing them. Holy crap. It's terrifying. Instances of SCP-1358-1 then begin climbing up into each other's shoulders until level with the apex of the closest tree. The subject is then transported up this ladder and placed at the peak of the tree, where they remain until vanishing along with SCP-1358-1. This is unique to humans. Entities ignore all other fauna introduced to the area. However, how either the entities or subject retain their balance is unknown at this time. So when they disappear, do you fall?
Are they mind controlling or some bullshit? What the fuck?
It says they climb and then
That's so funny.
The subject is then transported up this ladder and then placed at the peak of the tree. Oh, they just shove them up there in the tree and then they disappear and then you're stranded. How fucked is that?
I don't know what's going on here, but can you pull me back down? I would really like to come back down out of this tree. All right. Yeah, I'm giving it whatever.
You giving it a 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
seems about right for that one.
All right.
Not bad. But we are going to roll another one real quick.
6952.
Giggity 69.
Yay. Giggity. Oh, whoa. What is this about?
This is fucking sick.
How long is this one? It's dope. Whatever it is, it's dope. It's very long. God damn it.
Holy shit.
Oh my
god. It just keeps going. Oh, there it is.
But that's super long.
That's nice.
Want to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I can't. Where's the bar? Do I even have a
sidebar?
sidebar?
No, there's no slide bar. You have to do it all with wheel.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There has to be a way to go around that.
So anyway, what did you say?
What did I say about
you
what?
You want me to pronounce...
But the rating is really low on this one.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Hephaestus.
All right, so we're actually looking at a newer page than we are
used to.
Yeah, this is it's not even labeled as SCP. It is labeled as Item 6952.
Mm-hmm.
It is a level 4 secret. Right off the rip, we're looking at a couple of weapons. Looks a little bit more high tech than what we're used to here.
A little bit?
I would see this shit in Apex
or Halo.
Right.
Yeah.
Instance of SCP-6952-1 designated.
It's a magnetic rifle.
Gauss rifle?
Yeah. Gauss is the level of magnetic power strength.
Oh, nice. This is an energy weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is, if it's a burst weapon for Apex players, this is what the Nemesis looks like. Anyway, special containment procedures. SCP-6952 is kept within Site-78's Arms and Equipment Department. SCP-6952 is to be kept sealed within an adamantite case when not in use, and may only be removed with authorization from members of Omega-45 or designated researchers who possess Level 4 clearance or above. Before construction begins, new entries within SCP-6952 must be approved by first by the Ethics Committee, and instances of SCP-6952-1 shall only be used by members of Omega-45. In the event that members of Omega-45 falls in combat, any SCP weapon must be retrieved or scuttled at all costs. Foundation recovery sites are built around instances of SCP-6952-2 for their retrieval, and any discoveries of -2 by civilians should be promptly recovered and covered up. Witnesses,
You want me to read it?
amnestics will be applied if needed if people fuck around with these weapons that they're not supposed to. Description of 6952 is a leather-bound book with metal covers.
Oh, here we go.
On the spine of the book is an engraving that reads, that is 6 of 9. 6952 is a manual on the creation and development of anomalous weapons and armor, hereby classified as SCP-6952. The creation of the new instructions on 6952-1 instances is triggered by writing on a blank page of the book, which will prompt the anomaly to start writing schematics, forgery instructions, and usage guidelines. Currently, there are 3 known limits to the manual. It is unable to create weapons that can damage anomalies with indestructible or immortal properties, and other books of the set of 9. Oh, okay. Furthermore, queries to build weapons to target the author of 6952 will not be answered.
Let me get this straight. So you write what you want in the book, and it makes schematics, and it automatically figures out how to make these weapons?
Triggered by writing on a blank page of the book. So you just write it down and say, I want a gun. I want
a gun that'll shoot through 3 brick walls at once, and it'll just come up.
This is how you make it.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really sick.
That's sick.
And the fact that this is 6 of 9, so there's
8 other books.
Yeah. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
6952-2 instances are anomalous materials and devices that facilitate the anomalous properties of -1's weaponry. -2 instances are created along with -1, and the requisite materials do not already exist. Repeated queries to the manual will lead to different -1s being created. These resources show promise to a variety of uses outside of weapons development, and research is currently ongoing to their applications. Anecdotally, describing or asking for documents regarding things that aren't considered weaponry will result in a failed query. The request must be distinctly for something like a sword, a gun, a bomb, or similar objects. 6952 appears to be able to create more pages for its weapons if all of them are filled with queries. Queries. This fucking word.
It's a hard word.
Instances of -1 that are approved by the Ethics Committee are allowed for usage by the Mobile Task Force Omega fucking 45 to aid in the capture of anomalies in combat with hostile Gaul units. Oh, okay. This weaponry provided by 6952 has aided in the capture of over 50 anomalies thus far.
Discovery. SCP-6952 was discovered on 5/3/2022 by a mixed unit of Valkyries belonging to the Valraven Corporation. This unit was deployed against Gaul 8947 Volk Division, a mercenary group that was cited using anomalous and unidentified weaponry. The Valkyries were successful in eliminating the mercenaries and retrieved SCP-6952 from their operating base. After returning SCP-6952 to Valraven, the High Table contacted the O5 Council a few days later, offering to trade SCP-6952 for information on SCP-6755. The following video transcript was declassified and made available to Level 4 personnel to appraise them on the situation involving the Set of 9 and the Valraven Corporation. Greetings, CEO. We haven't spoken since the Cartagena Agreement was signed. I trust you're doing well.
Our organization has been thriving, 051. Profits are high, contracts are flowing. Can't complain.
051, I must state that I don't believe the Foundation should be extending unwarranted cordiality towards mercenaries. 2 is right. If it wasn't for our pressure, the corporation would still be employing anomalies in warfare without any regard for the veil or collateral damage.
Are Foundation hands so clean of blood? Our clients hire us to protect normalcy when the Foundation doesn't feel like getting their hands dirty.
Let's not sidetrack into unproductive bickering. As I understand, Valraven's CEO has come to us with an offer. Let's not waste more of our precious time with nonsense.
Well, and regardless of past disagreements, I was hoping to improve our relationship by offering the O5 a gesture of goodwill. I'm going to offer you one of the books in the set of 9 to shore up your defenses in the light of recent attacks on one of your facilities by the Chaos Insurgency.
Set of 9? I don't believe I'm familiar with this term.
I believe he's referring to SCP 6419. I will send all of the Council the relevant documentation. In regards to SCP 6419, Site-78 had theorized that there may be more books belonging to its set due to it apparently being second in a set.
Our Valkyries recently retrieved Volume 6. After some examination, we conclude this anomaly would be better off under the Foundation's watch. We certainly admire the Foundation's compromise for worldwide security and peace, and we are always glad to contribute in the best way we know. We only ask for some information in return.
Retrieved it from whom? And I can't imagine it was a bloodless affair.
We acquired it from the Vault Division when we noticed the sudden increase in their capacity for anomalous weaponsmithing. Our actions ensured they were returned to baseline. At this rate, you may as well consider outsourcing some of your duties to us.
The nerve. Don't act like you're a charity organization. The Volks must have been up to something if somebody hired you to get rid of them. Probably squeeze some local governments out of a significant amount of money.
It was a very profitable venture, especially with Volume 6 in our hands. We've taken to calling it Hephaestus' Manual. It is a book that allows its users to write queries for weapons and armor. These queries are then answered with weapons, schematics, and anomalous materials to create them.
So if you're already stripped it of everything useful and are trying to hand it off to us, why not just keep it?
We've determined that it is more beneficial and profitable for us in the long term to have SCP Foundation a strong force in the world. And you have the information relevant to us.
What exactly are you asking for?
We would like to request that you share SCP 6755 file with us. Once we've had that intel, we can transfer the book to your care.
The Pale Lady? What exactly are you going to do with that information?
Well, that is classified.
Well, there's more you're not telling us. You walked into this conversation knowing full well there was a set of 9, as you call it, and the fact we had one in our possession.
A good player never reveals all of his cards. Now, do we have a deal? O5's vote. -1, -4, -5, -7, -9, -10, -11 vote yes. 2, 3, 6, 8, and 12 vote no. Motion passes 7-5.
The majority has spoken. We will transfer that information to the high table shortly.
We're glad you came to the right decision. We'll have a representative over with the cargo in about 24 hours.
Oh boy. Whatever that is. Someone sneezed on their keyboard. The fuck is that?
Holy Christ.
Jesus.
Okay, what was the other one here? What did they want? The Pale Lady.
They want 6755. Are you looking that up?
Yeah, I'm just.
It's probably gonna say the Pale Lady.
I bet you it is. Because there was another one. It was 6419.
Oh.
And we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't look at that
what
one.
That's about. Because
So we
I
got
want to
some
go.
follow-ups.
Yeah, I want to go through and read about what the hell those are going to be like. So anyway, just to be continuing, a note from researcher Johnston. Well, I must admit I never heard of the Valraven Corporation before being assigned to this project, but now I've been reading into them. Their appearance in this is concerning. While Valraven taking on goal 8947 may seem like a lesser of two evils, I would never trust these ravens. Anyone who uses the term acceptable collateral damage to refer to civilian casualties should never be trusted. Hell, at least Primordial and Argus pretend to care about human rights, and they don't go around cosplaying as Vikings and shouting about Valhalla when killing people. Valraven seems to be cut off of a different cloth, an unhinged and concerning cloth. Ooh, shit.
Talking smack.
I was able to pick through what they created in the manual. Mostly it was used to create more cybernetic augmentations for their soldiers. Arm-mounted gauze and electric weaponry. Cognito hazards to disguise their agents in the field, and that's just the start of it. It's hard to know the true extent of what they learned from this, as their R&D could have extrapolated on the knowledge gained from this book.
Oh, is that changed when you click on them?
These are the different fucking weapons.
Oh, dude. Are there pictures of them too?
This was the gauze rifle, right? That was the one that was at the top, right?
Oh, it just tells you, like, oh, we could just do each one. It was badass.
I love reading like weapon schematics because obviously like I'm a gamer and I play first-person shooters, and I tend to read this shit all the time. So, this is the Gauss rifle that we saw here at the beginning. Here's the picture again. The weapon type for this weapon is an assault rifle. The firing mode is a full auto 3-round burst single. So you can do it in all of these. You can do full auto, you can do 3-round burst, you can do it in single fire. The effective range up to 1.5 kilometers. Projectile speed is at Mach 3. Holy. Ammunition is 8mm tungsten anti-armor. Magazine size 50-round magazine. One-time battery rated up to 800 shots. Oh, okay, so never mind. They're manufacturing their own ammo. For whatever reason, I did think it was actually going to be an energy-based weapon. Just at the first read there.
Yeah.
But obviously, I feel like if they're manufacturing their own ammo, depending on, they probably can manufacture energy ammo anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The description of the Gauss rifle is a ballistics projection device shaped like a conventional rifle firearm, but uses a coil gun design in the place of the gunpowder's propulsion. Inside the chassis of the gun is a series of coils wrapped around the barrel made from coronal ferrite, which is a metal with anomalous heat resistance and superconducting properties.
Ferrite.
What, this?
Ferrite.
Ferrite?
Yeah, it's iron.
Oh, okay. Coronal ferrite lacks electrical resistance, allowing the coils to be more power efficient and generate enough magnetic pull to accelerate the projectile at supersonic speeds. Most critically, the gun does not generate heat. A ferromagnetic projectile is provided by the magazine size into the barrel, with an anomalous magnetic shield around the magazine's remaining ammunition to prevent the gun from ripping itself apart. To compensate for the added recoil of higher speed projectile, kinetic dampers were installed to the Gauss rifle's chassis by combining previous Foundation designs with ones provided by 6952. Results in a ballistics delivery system with less recoil than even many pistols. Ooh. The rifle can be equipped with an underbarrel 38mm laser-guided Heat-9 rocket. Several variants have developed for anti-personal and anti-armor purposes. Anyway, you get the next weapon. Enjoy the high-velocity blade.
All right, weapon type, bladed weapon. Usage. A UV generator needs to be charged for 48 hours of use. Required SCP 6952-2 instance. You have to have a ultrasonic vibration generator. Volk Division is the creator. Description. Utilizing an ultrasonic vibration generator, the affected blade begins to vibrate at a rate of 10,000 Hz. The intense vibration of the atomic structure of the blade causes the bonds of the target to disintegrate, leading to an easier cut. Foundation personnel combine a high-carbon adamantine blade with these generators to create weapons that can cut nearly through anything. Every high-velocity blade is fitted with a vibration-proof handle to prevent discomfort or harm to the user. Researchers' notes. The high-velocity blades are a quite interesting development. We haven't yet come across a singular material that the blades can't cut through, although there is a limit to how much armor they can get through in a single swing. You can't cut a tank or mech in half with this thing. That would be ridiculous, says researcher Johnson. It vibrates.
And it's vibrating so fast that like it basically can just like
cut through anything on a molecular level. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's pretty cool. The body armor type, helmets, bullet resistant plate, etc. Required SCP 6952-2 instance is adamantite. Author Volk Division. Design was refined by SCP Armaments Limited. Description. By using the anomalous properties of adamantite, a metal with similar properties to graphene, the Foundation was able to create lighter weight bulletproof vests and plates for plate carriers that render a soldier invincible from conventional weapons. This technology can be applied to all types of heavier material armor and explosion-proof suits. In applications where the Hephaestus grade plate would be too heavy and impair the user, a powered exoskeleton was developed to aid the user in remaining protected and keeping mobility. So chemical formula is B4A, hardness is 38 GPa. That must be the hardness of the material. Fracture toughness 6.5 hardness 38 gigapascals, and then fracture toughness might be 6.5 megapascals. Location of adamantite deposits are in Earth's crust. Composition is now 1% adamantite. To make it, there's a chemical formula. Adamantite is an anomalous metal being hailed by the Foundation scientists as a new wonder metal. Compared to boron carbide, boron adamantite is twice as strong. Adamantine shares the properties of carbon with the added bonus of being able to be made into steel. Boron adamantite is a super dense, highly conductive material and is great for making metal matrices, cutting tools, and most importantly, body armor. Its increased neutronal absorption capability makes it excellent for the construction of neutron bombs in the event there is an anomaly that requires such dire measures. Researchers' notes. No metal is indestructible, and neither is body armor. What we've dubbed Hephaestus grade is easily one of the largest leaps in armor technology we have for our MTF. While anomalous means are required to destroy it, we've had a bit of fun trying the old conventional ways to dent a Hephaestus plate, says researcher Johnston.
They're just trying to hit it with a hammer.
Yeah. I don't know what they're trying to do with it.
Run it over.
Just
with
maybe they're
big-ass
taking
trucks.
a big
They can't
old...
fucking dent it.
That's great.
It's their whatever the fuck that's called.
Adamantine?
Yeah, the shit that they would use in like the Avengers, whatever.
Yeah,
his shield's built out of.
Vibranium
Yep,
or
yep.
yeah.
All right. Next is the matter displacing gauntlet. Weapon type is a glove. Effective range up to 100 meters. Maximum mass transferred 150 kilograms. 100 uses before needing to recharge the battery. And required instances from -2 atomic resonator. And the author is researcher Johnston. The matter displacing gauntlet utilizes the atomic resonator, an instance of -2, in order to teleport a target to the wearer at the speed of light. Oh, never mind. It's not a fucking weapon, really.
It just attracts?
The target to the wearer at the speed of light.
Wow.
So where's it going to teleport you?
I don't know.
Wherever you want to go here. When activated, the resonator locks on to a chosen target determined by the line of sight. I should just keep reading.
Yeah.
The resonator then begins taking measurements of the target's particles, position, movement, spin, and polarization, and then creates a copy at the user's current position, creating entanglement between them. This entangled information is stored at qubit 6. A quantum channel is thus open, and the target begins sending the information in qubits to the resonator to recreate the target at light speed. Once the resonator has created a perfect duplicate, this ensures the target was created within its original quantum state and disregards the original target information. Thus, it is not true teleportation, but rather the recreation of data to another location. Kind of... Oh no, that's teleportation. I like how this is reminding me a lot of Apex. There's a character in Apex. Her name is Wraith, and that's literally what she does. Is she creates a portal.
Oh.
That it's both ways.
Okay.
But that right there is literally
one way to your hand.
Like using your hand to go somewhere where you can see.
Mm-hmm.
There's another legend that does something like that. She uses a sword and she just like basically cuts through whatever, and then she you're like 100 meters that way.
Cool.
100 meters.
Yeah.
So that's Ash. I'll show you.
Okay.
Researcher's note. This was my attempt to see if I could use 6952 to revolutionize particle science, and I think that I've done it. This gauntlet perfects quantum teleportation and quantum entanglement on the macro scale. Just imagine the applications for what we can do with this technology. Full-scale teleporters, instant communication. I have very hopes that this gauntlet could be the future for further quantum research. Yeah, that's actually really sick.
Let's check out the bouncing ball grenade. So weapon type is explosive. The blast field varies, radius varies. Required instance, SCP-2 instance is hacks. And the author here is Maria Johnson, maybe Mr. Johnson's wife. Description: the bouncing Mary has the shape of regular rubber bouncing ball, but in reality is made of 95% SCP-45, securely constructed pure explosive number 45. SCP-45's kinetic absorption property allows the ball to absorb the kinetic energy of its impacts, storing 5 times the initial energy inside of itself. When 15 bounces are reached, the explosive is primed and begins to glow. The user only needs to depress the trigger for 5 seconds to activate the 10-second fuse. It will automatically detonate on the next impact.
Sick.
Yeah. So the primate. I'll go. This
Oh,
says
yeah.
what the primary ingredient is. I won't read the chemical symbols for it, but it's a plasticized explosive similar to C4 with an explosive power that is 2.4x that of a kilogram of TNT before its anomalous property is activated. The addition of adamantite to the formula of RDX allows the material to anomalously store kinetic energy that is applied to it by a magnitude of 5 times. This allows users in the field to increase the blast yield without worrying about accidental detonation or having to use more SCP-E45. Researchers' notes. I based this on the Bouncing Betty mines from World War II. I figured that I should make something out of the box, and I've always had a fondness for rubber bouncy balls. The men say that this has no tactical advantage on the battlefield, but hey, it's a self-defense thing for me, so I'm keeping it. Hacks also works as well as a C4 replacement. Want larger bangs? Just throw the thing at a wall a few times. Researcher Johnson. I like this guy.
Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like as soon as I did start reading that, I was like, oh, it just reminds me a little bit of a Bouncing Betty, but more fun.
Yeah, and there it is.
What would you, I mean, in all honesty, like this is the only gun itself that we have so far.
Yeah.
The blades, half decent, obviously. I mean, it could cut through a fucking building, I'm guessing, and even more.
That would be cool on the end of the gun.
I actually thought that I would like, I mean, the non-teleportation gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ball better.
Ball's pretty cool.
Yeah, the ball's actually really sick.
I think if you had that high velocity blade, like a bayonet at the end of the Gauss rifle, that'd be sick.
Even having all of this on your person, sick. You have that rifle, you have that blade, you have a bouncing ball for some reason. If you have it,
yeah.
She said she kept it, but and then just some sick ass body armor.
It's pretty cool.
All right, addendum for 6952 testing with the creation of the instances.
So this is I'm thinking they would propose a situation and then what the result of the book would come out with.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is kind of like what we were. Okay,
yeah.
This is giving off more the vending machine vibes again.
Right.
So we're gonna write down in the book a gauze rifle with a toaster attachment, because I literally read toaster and I was like, what are you talking about? Results: instructions for one gauze rifle with a toaster in the middle of the chassis. Toaster is powered from the rifle. Toaster works as normal. Sick.
Yeah, pretty cool.
If you get hungry.
Yeah.
Query 2 is weaponized butter to go with your toast. 6952 outlined a recipe for butter with a pH level of 14, comparable to 1
mole. I believe
mole.
I could be wrong, but that's basically solution strength.
I see.
Of sodium hydroxide, which is lye. So it's very basic solution that could kill someone's throat, I guess. A screwdriver. Result: SCP-6952 produced a Gauss rifle with a variant that fired screws as ammunition. It is believed that while screwdrivers are unable to be produced, mass drivers that fire screws are acceptable. So it's a
screwdriver gun.
It's a screwdriver gun,
which is
rifle.
I mean, it's a yeah. So you have a nail gun and a screwdriver rifle.
Yeah. Query 4, a bust of researcher Johnson. Nothing came out. Query 5, a kitchen fork. SCP-6952 provided instructions for a trident, which is a weapon. Big weapon. A spoon, nothing. A weaponizable spoon, nothing. And then a door. SCP-6952 provided instructions for a trapdoor into another dimension. The instance was not produced due to concern of not knowing what might come out of the other side.
Yeah, fucking no.
Fucking right. Yeah, it's like that's like Monsters Inc. kind of shit.
Yeah, like never mind.
Yeah, I'm good.
They put it through the big ass wood chipper.
Right.
Yeah. This is really these go two separate directions.
Okay, electric bread slicer will give you no results. However, if you type in electric human slicer, God, stuff of nightmares, SCP-6952 creates instructions for an electrically powered knife that anomalously cut flesh better than it did bread. Oh, yeah. It's you asked it. You asked for
no
it.
Shit.
Yeah, no shit. What else did you want? Conclusion.
Freaking bread.
Yeah. Conclusion.
To cut a human.
Well, I'm glad this thing never runs out of paper with how much junk we filled it with. It appears that its purpose as a weapons manual is pretty strict. It can work around some definitions like tuning a fork into what is essentially a weaponized fork. However, Things that are strictly meant for tool or decoration purposes give bum results. Sometimes you can cheat it by wordplay or by using certain prefixes, but other times nothing happens. Researcher Johnson.
Yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure you can, like something that dispenses gas or something out of it, or just make it fucking blow up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people do that all the time. Something as easy as like, maybe even like a fucking football.
Yeah, right.
I want you to weaponize a weaponized football.
Like razor blades all up and down the seams.
Or it's just the same thing as that bouncy ball, but as soon as it fucking, like, if you can get that at this perfect spiral and it hits like a fucking certain speed or whatever, it triggers on, and if it hits perfectly down, well, or once it like settles, yeah, it's just a big ass bomb.
Yeah.
Sick.
Addendum 03. Interview with Valkyrie operative Thalastus. On March 10th, Foundation retrieval teams managed to geolocate the location of the Valkyrie skirmish with the Volk Division. MTF Omega 45 was sent to retrieve any instances relating to SCP 6952 that were potentially left by either side. It appeared as though the area had been picked clean. 50 Volk Division casualties were confirmed, along with one Valkyrie. When the Valkyrie was approached, it suddenly came back online and started to whimper for help. This Valkyrie was later determined to be of the Greek branch of the Veil Raven Corporation, codenamed Korakiton Sokomelanan. I can't say that, but that's what we'll just say Koraki. The Valkyrie was willing to give information on the Veil Raven Corporation in exchange for asylum. So this is probably the interviews coming up for it. Stating my name for the record, researcher Maria Johnson interviewing Valkyrie operative Thalastratus. Is that right? Thalastratus?
I forget what you even said the first time.
Me too. Just clip it and put it in here. Number 4 of the Androleteri.
Your pronunciation is good, Doctor. I assume you have questions about what happened on the mission?
Well, I'm not a doctor, at least not yet. You can just call me Johnson. Back to the topic at hand. Yes, I'd like to be filled in.
I can. It was supposed to be a relatively simple op. Me and my commander, Hippolyte, were paired with 2 of the other people to eliminate some Volk mercenaries to take out their weapons workshop.
And these other people, who I assume are Nordic branch, who are they exactly?
One of them was their commander, Brynhilde. Say that again.
Say it.
Brynhilde.
Say it the same way you said it.
Okay, hold on. Don't laugh this time.
I can't not laugh.
One of them was their commander, Brynhilde. Real hard ass from what I've seen of her. She was getting annoyed with her subordinate, Sigrun, during the whole mission. The Volks had done something particularly bad to Sigrun. Not sure what, but she was really riled up to engage with them.
Did that affect the mission at all?
Not at all. We arrived at the workshop. Brynhilde and Sigrun snuck in and eliminated all of them. Me and Hippolyte were just keeping guard outside. I had to admit, they were pretty capable of a bunch of fanatics.
You don't think highly of the Nordic branch?
Normally you wouldn't catch me dead near one of them Nordic crows. They believe that going to Hades is a bad thing, and that by dying in combat, they'll go to the land of the gods. It's madness. Mount Olympus is reserved for immortals only. It's heresy to believe otherwise.
I wasn't aware that there were other religions in Valraven.
There are plenty of pagan religions in Valraven. We have a Mesoamerican branch, Shinto, Greek of course, and many more. We may call them by different names and worship them differently. All of us have different ideas about where we were going to end up after all of this. But at the end of the day, Kukulkan, oh fucking hell, Kukulkan, yeah. But at the end of the day, Kukulkan is just a Jormunder by another name in comparison going with the other big snake. Wait.
So fun.
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Kukulkan is just Jormungandr by another name, and the comparison can go on with all the other big snakes. It's the one thing that stops us from just tearing each other apart.
It's a unique way of interpreting the theology. So what happened after Brynhilde and Sigrun cleared the warehouse?
We came to get the place ready for the retrieval team when we saw Brynhilde scolding Sigrun. There was a corpse near Sigrun, absolutely torn apart. Brynhilde was trying to tell her that her revenge mission against some guy named Gigorgi was going to get her killed. Sigrun, however, was gloating about being able to get Georgi's unit's information from a guy. Anyway, we told them both to stow it, and then that's when it happened. We got ambushed.
They were waiting for you?
I don't know how they knew, but the wolves were all over us. Operations department told us to get the hell out of there, but there were too many of them. I took a round from their rifles, which ripped them straight through my chassis. Hurt like hell.
I know the kind you're talking about. Gauss weapons are terrifying.
You don't know the half of it. Anyways, my commander tells them to leave me. Spartan philosophy, you see. Weak don't deserve to be saved from the battlefield. Brynhilde and Sigrun disagreed with my commander, outranked them. My commander gave me one last task. Detonate the explosives they had on site and cover their escape. Scorched earth.
And you did, even with injuries like that. Your body was absolutely torn apart by the time we found you.
I cut them all down, every single one of those rabid dogs. I made it to the cache and blew them all sky high. I had my golden coin to give the ferryman when I went out, but he never came. I guess my backup systems kept my organs alive long enough for you to find me.
That's quite the story. Can you go back? Why do you want to stay with us?
I'm a warrior through and through, like the Athenians and Spartans before us. But Valraven, they don't have honor. Why would I want to be a part of an organization that doesn't care about its soldiers? No one came back for me. Not even the other people.
Even if the other people wanted to, they likely assumed you were dead.
I agree. Valraven probably wrote me off as a loss. Just another negative in their ledger. God damn it. I used to be a soldier fighting for the good cause before those damn suits showed. Well, I lost arms in the UN peacekeeping mission, but they can't. We'll give you a purpose, they said. You'll feast on the battlefield once more. So what did I do? Of course, I said yes. I wanted my arms back. That's not how they get you. They came to me because I couldn't say no. More like vultures rather than crows.
Well, I'm preparing to offer you something. Your record shows that you're a capable warrior, and we need someone to train our MTF in case the Cartagena agreement goes sour. Thalestris, I'm offering you a place at one of our mobile task forces. My boys call themselves the Street Samurai. Would you like to join?
It's better than sitting in one of your containment cells for the rest of my life.
Excellent. It'll take a while to get the paperwork approved. This is a bit of an unusual move, but I want the best of the best in Omega 45. You'll also probably have to have a failsafe installed in your cybernetics, like an easy shut-off.
I'll do whatever it takes. I'm no stranger to having hardware installed. Hopefully our partnership will be better than my last one.
After the interview, the researcher Johnson sent a petition to Midwest Command to request that A4 transfer to MTF Omega 45. The application is still pending. From the Office of Site Director Leia Richter, the following notice has been disseminated to all personnel employed within Site 78. Attention to all staff. Due to the involvement of the Valraven Corporation in the efforts to retrieve the remaining books in the set of 9, all mobile task forces are to be on high alert for Valraven interference in our containment operations. All MTFs are not to engage with Valraven personnel in combat unless an order has been given down by the Overseer Council. The Cartagena agreement prevents us from open conflict, but they've made clear through their actions that, like with the Insurgency and Volk Division before them, they are attempting to locate the missing volumes in the set. We do not need to break our long-standing agreement without reason, but we cannot allow any of these volumes to fall into their hands. Containing the set is now this site's utmost priority, and if it comes a day when we must fight the Valraven for control of the set, we will be ready. Site 78, please remain vigilant. These are troubling times.
So there's 3 different sets of organizations, right? I think that's going on here right now. You have the Valraven Corporation. You have the SCP Foundation,
right?
And you have the High Table from the beginning of everything.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that took the book in the first place, gave it to SCP.
Yes.
And now that's the thing that we have going on here now with Site Director of 78 saying, hey, be ready because Valraven wants their shit back.
Yeah.
But obviously don't want them to fucking have it. So that's fucking.
So we're starting to get ready for like a war.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just basic mobile access terminal login creation.
This looks like
slugging into the system.
Yeah.
Right. And it's Maria Johnson's sort of she's sending an email out. The recipient is Greg Chudley. The subject is regarding the connection between SCP 6952 and the set of 9. Hello, Greg. It has been a bit since our last correspondence. I apologize that I've been so tight-lipped on specifics on SCP 6952. Its classification as a thaumiel has necessitated level 4 clearance. I have been trying to get Director Richter to relent, given that SCP 6952 is a part of the ongoing research into the set. However, she seems adamant that your electric personality isn't the right fit. Now, in regards to SCP 6952's connections with the set, I can say that with SCP 6419, formerly in the hands of Chaos Insurgency, and the Valration Corporation having knowledge of SCP 6952 before they retrieved it, I think it might be cooking in the gold community that we just aren't aware yet. We tried looking to see if we could exploit the rift between the main Nordic branch of Valraven and their overseas branches to see if any of them would give up something, but that turned up empty. The true author of these books evades us still. In addition, I received your list of queries and I was permitted to test them. It wouldn't reveal the identity of or make weapons that could kill its author. I'm not suggesting trying to eliminate the author yet, but if we knew what kind of weapons could kill them, we could infer their identity. SCP-6952 would not make weapons that could destroy other books in the set. It won't respond to queries it can't make weapons for. If this thing has sentience, we haven't found any evidence of it. I hope that answers some of your questions. I'll keep you posted on any further developments. This was a long one.
It was a nice long one. I like the fact that we have, like I just said before, like, you know, 3 fucking organizations, like, you know, gawking over the same book. There's a set of 9. They have 6, and I'm guessing that the Valraven Corporation still has the other ones. They want the other one back, and then, you know, keeping that out of their hands makes them a little less powerful. Mm-hmm. When it comes to, you know, just the basic research on the book itself, just like writing stuff in it and trying to make stuff, obviously you can't weaponize everything.
Right. I really liked it. I dug the drawings of the weapons. I dug some of these symbols that we have no idea because this is a newer SCP. Mm-hmm. I thought this was really cool.
I just realized Omega 45, they did mention Street Samurai. I didn't realize that was the name, their code name. We also have mentions of these other SCPs. 6419 was mentioned, and that is a description of 6419 real quick. Is a leather-bound hardcover book with a blank front and back cover. On the spine of it is an engraving that reads
2 of 9.
2 of 9.
So there we go. There's another book. Oh, that'd be great. And site director, of course, she's site director of 78.
We will be doing a continuation off of this one. So next week's episode will actually be 6419. Don't you dare read it without us.
I'm not reading it. I am not.
You.
Them?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's it's just another big one, and I wonder if 6755 is
another book. That'd be cool. 6155.
6755. Oh, whoops! I'm going the wrong fucking way.
Sure. Promise to the Pale Lady.
That's right. They did mention the Pale Lady.
Oh, I like the. Oh,
it's just another book. Though.
I don't know what it is, but you know what? Let's not spoil it. Let's do them next.
I'm just gonna read the description real quick.
You are
ritual that can be used to communicate with a being known as -2, a person that asks a petition in exchange for a promise must be broken. Okay. Oh, that one has really nice like
artwork.
Very
very Day of the Dead Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say lucha, but it's almost the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
The one that we briefly read before this. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, has been a little chopped.
Okay.
I'm going to shrink that one down.
That's fine.
That's going to be our main story right there.
Okay.
I'll just say, like, oh, we rolled this one and it was
We could save that for another day.
No, it'll be mixed in, but it's just going to be a little fucked.
Whatever.
But this read was obviously, like, we had to re-roll, and this one was fucking 10 times better than whatever the hell we read before. I don't even what the fuck did we read?
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't, because apparently it was so fucking bad. We read about book 6, and next week we're going to read about book 2.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
So
good.
Oh, and if I have to give this an actual rating,
I give it way more than 75.
I like how it has a rating of 75.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this one a lot. I mean, I'm just a fucking nerd or whatever, and I like the idea of these guns and shit. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here. If I had a number wise, I gave the one before this a 2, and I don't even remember what it was about. I'm giving this at least like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm giving this a 4.
Yeah, me too.
This
In my
was
mind,
dope.
that's a 4. It was dope.
So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. For the Safely Controlled podcast, we are here every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future episodes. Check out everything else that is on the channel, whether it's gameplay videos, another podcast, Rogue Report, and catch me doing other stuff on YouTube, whether it's on somebody else's channel or not. I'll have whoever put my shit in the description.
Yeah.
Rob, thank you for coming by.
Oh, of course.
What a fun day.
Yeah.
What a nice morning. A nice long morning.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we've been here for a long time.
That's all right.
It's just one of those days. The time went by, but then again, this was a good read. Anyway, thanks again. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next time.
All right. See you later.
Later.